So in the last session, we built a model character, generic character on which the main characters will be based. He's a bit sloppy, but he was supposed to be a bit sloppy because we don't really care about generic character. We only care about main characters from which he will be based. Today, we're going to work on his facial expressions, his eyes, which need to be able to independently tilt up and down and possibly look around. We'll see how that goes. And his mouth, which needs to be able to form all of the different mouth shapes and also show happiness and sadness and whatever else occurs to us as we go along. So I guess we'll get started. This is what we had from last time. This is the character. I reckon his eyes are far too big there. Certainly the things coming off the sides, eyebrows are far too big. Mouth might be about right, but it probably needs to be able to swing side to side so he can talk outside of his mouth or talk out the other side of his mouth, you know. We're going to do this with shape keys, which basically means drawing all the different shapes that we can have and the combinations of them we can have and putting them into the character. And I've killed my video camera because I'm pressed the wrong button. There we go, video camera's back. And now we're on, always on top, and it has to be always on the same screen. And then, right now, first reset his pose. We'll hide the armature because we only really care about shape keys now. And start to edit this shape of this. As I say, I think the eyes are a bit too big. So maybe we should start by this seems odd. Is it going all the way down there, do you reckon? Yeah, there's definitely something strange going on here. What? I think the subsurface is hurting me. I wonder if I should change the eye entirely then. Yes, I think I'm gonna change the eye entirely. Instead of being made out of a circle with a point pulled out, it's instead made out of a circle with an actual line pulled out. So, medium point. Let's make an actual line. His face. Needs to have the cartoon eye material. Closer to the kind of thing I want. Oh, he's not going to be in a good view there. Let's change where the camera points. Yeah, that's a bit better. It's a bit too long still. They still look remarkably high. It's Friday night, so I'm drinking cider. Doesn't help me work, but it does make work more fun. What? And the mouth itself perhaps with a bit of evening out. Basic shape there. And now it's time to make some shape keys. We're going to need to make shape keys for basically all of the shapes on the shape list for the mouth, and also some for the eyes. But the mouth needs to be able to go A, and also O, and also E, and also oo, and also eh, la la la. I don't know, etc. is just everything else really. And the, and what, and ma ba pa, ma ba pa, ma ba pa, ma ba pa, and fa. But he's got no teeth, so fa don't look a lot different to etc. really. And also rest, which should be his first position. Shape keys are in this box here. Shape keys, see? The first one, basis, is the one we're going to use for rest shape. And that basically means mouth shut. Enough. There we go. That's basically mouth shut, and so that makes him a basis key. Before we get on to the phonemes, the different shapes that a mouth makes during making the different sounds, I think we're going to move to smiley and happy. He already looks a bit smiley, so I'm going to change the basis to look less smiley. That ought to be how a character will look when he's not doing nothing. Might bring out the edges a bit more. Don't care about the hair at the moment. Okay, that's probably for the basis. Cute smile. I can't remember what it is. I have to name these things to make it work with my Quick Talk plugin. QT underscore. So I'm going to call it QT underscore smile, so that when I run my Quick Talk plugin, it will give me a lever to change the amount of smile. And then I'm going to make him smile. And that's good enough. No. Why isn't it actually changing anything? It could be a bit rounder. A lot rounder, probably. And then should be able to make him smile by turning that up and down, but that's not working. There we go. Smile. Another one. We'll go for QT sad. How does that look? Oh, it's sad. I think I'm going to rename those so that they're just specifically mouth smile and mouth sad, because we'll do something similar with the eyes in a bit. What other shapes does the mouth need to make that aren't phonemes? Nothing, I don't think. Okay, phonemes then. First one, AI. is the sort of shape we're looking for here. That's weird. Shouldn't that only be... There we go. No. That should not be pulling that down. Surely it's not connected. Well, it is connected, but not by that distance. I'll have to go to the toilet. So the weird thing is, it's affecting that point, even when we're only trying to affect connected points. My toilet's flush is broke. So how are we going to fix that? Why is that happening? I don't know why that's happening, really. Ah, because there is a connection, look. Ooh, and we can't just delete it easily. Okay, that at least explains why it was going weird. Let's just do it then. One point at a time. Should we aim for it? Wider. Wider, wider, far wider. Far wider. You might be shouting there. They've found on me. More like it. Not that wide. I want some amount of line. Seems good enough to me. So on to the next basis, shape of O. O. Is that right? Ooh. It's not really right. Too high, maybe. No, this mouth is very rubbish. I think I'm going to delete this mouth. So, making the panel more sensible. Firstly, ones that are to do with God damn it. Why isn't that right? Ones that are to do with lip movements, we can basically separate it into their own little thing because we'll never have to manually touch them, really. Poop. Ooh. Those are the mouth shape ones. Then these ones we'll want to put into a more left-right format. Left on the left, right on the right. One would assume. No, there's not. Actually, you might swap those over because you're usually going to be facing him, and that means you want it to be on the side of right rather than. I think I'd sooner those reversed so that we are more often on the right hand side dealing with a happy face, and on the left hand side dealing with a sad face. Really not sure how important this will be, but we're gonna, regardless, add some widgets, use some labels, basically. Apparently we can't add text to a mesh, so the text will have to be added separately. Looking up again. If we give that a bit of depth, no, not bevel depth, but actual depth, it should shine through the thing. And then we've got, roughly speaking, what panel I know how to adjust that. And the words, and the words, the words, and the panel need to be parented to that. Move the object around. Panel goes to Becked should have been parented to that root bone though, because I want to move with the root bone as well, really. Naming these so that they make some kind of sense. Text should be parented to panel background, which should probably be only displayed in wireframe. Hasn't changed anything. Wireframe, there we go. And it should in turn be parented to not that plane. Fuck off that plane. That bone. And when that bone moves, well, panel moves. So all of those need to also be parented to bone. Now when that bone moves, everything goes with it. We'll save that. Now, I imagine that I want to make him smile. And oh no, I just turned that up. I want to make his mouth slide to the right, to my right. Then I'll turn that up. I want to make his right, my right brow change. I'll do that. Oh, these are backwards. Then I'll do that. So, yeah, that's probably what I had targeted for tonight, but I'm not ready to stop yet. Let's check we're not doing something stupid like rendering the panel too. We are, obviously. It should have been rendered as well. In the outliner. So the hair isn't appearing. Why? Oh, because I turned it off in the render layers, didn't I? There we go. Okay. I would like it if I could get a black outline around the hair, but without having to stroke every strand of the hair. I suspect that may be impossible. I mean, it would have to stroke up and down there, which would ruin the edge. Let's see if there's anything in the material for it. I suppose we don't know. We don't know too. Doesn't look like it. No. So what's next? Maybe nothing. Maybe that's actually it. I'm going to think about it. Well, I've thought about it, and I think the only way to be sure whether or not we're done is to do some tests. Let's import a sound. We turn on audio scrubbing and AV sync and frame dropping in order to make sure that when it plays the sounds we actually hear them and they sync with the video. Outside the window. The bottom is nonsense. It locks up. Time, I think, start with Drunk Man himself. First line from the show. When they stop messing about. When my neighbours. A long while after I started recording. What was upstairs is cut dancing. Okay. Shandy. That's the phrase. You're not going to stop messing about. What was upstairs is cut dancing. Okay. Shandy. Quick shandy, down in one. And that's our test phrase. Quick shandy, down in one. Quick shandy, down in one. 60 frames, I would say. The waveform, because might as well. Quick shandy, down in one. Quick shandy, down in. That's what we're going to try and make him say. Even though this isn't the character that's going to say that, because this is just generic character who's we don't really care how he looks, only how he functions. So first things first, we'll have to create a script that says that. was easy. You select the thing, pick the script. Generate character script. Okay. If you don't know what I'm doing here, that's not surprising because I wrote this plugin that we're using. If you go to tentacles.org.uk/quick-talk, you'll learn all about the script that I wrote. And the script what I wrote is for lip syncing. And when I press this button, it's going to guess some markers. Just one of them though. When I guess that one, it's going to guess another, which will have to be aligned there. I'm going to press it word markers. Quick Shandy down in one would be the guess there. It is very useful to have those lines drawn. I'm surprised. We'll pick the dictionary that we usually use. The dictionary that I use lives in Blender. Quick Talk dictionary. Excuse me if I feel amazed at my own script, at my own plugin, but if this works, that's going to surprise me how quick that was. Is it going to work? Oh. It's also disappointing if it doesn't work. I failed to use my own plugin. That's never a good sign, is it? Oh, I know why. It's because the thing doesn't have the right name. There we go. Hopefully now it will say one. We have live stream at the same time as I do that, but roughly speaking.
Quick Shandy, down in one. Quick Shandy, down in one. Quick.
Lip sync, at least seems to have worked. Lip sync does not give me automatic blinking. It does not give me movement. Things like Quick Shandy,
Quick, Shandy. Down in one.
Down in one.
Quick, Shandy. Down in one. Shandy.
Wow, never seen it do that before. I should save before things get very broken.
Quick, Shandy. Quick, Shandy.
I'm not happy with how much stuff it's trying to do. I suspect and hope that at least some of that is to do with the fact I'm streaming live at the same time. Seems unreasonable that that is that's not the only one that looks unreasonable. Why is this all so fucked? I may have trouble doing lip syncing while live broadcasting, if this is anything to go by. Where's the thing that says where the cursor is? There it is. Right. Let me give him an initial frame. You should probably have a library of poses, I would think. So maybe I should start working on a library of poses. I'm ahead of my schedule here. I was going to go to bed about now. But the booze is very nice. And this is quite fun. So, okay, let's build a pose library. Sorry, sexist. Why do you think those arms don't line up, even though the hands do? Oh. Not at all like a general pose standing, no. Let's try that. That's more like it, yeah. Wow, we're going to have to do things like walk and run in a minute too. No, we'll build those as we need them. So, this is how you do things when you're an animator, right? You think, how would the character stand if they were standing as if they were doing what I wanted? So essentially, he stands like this and goes, quick, Shandy, down in one. Quick, Shandy. Quick, Shandy, down in one. Quick, Shandy, down in one. So that's the poses we want to give him. Starts it with stand, point, as he says, quick, Shandy, down in one. We only want to lock the lock rod because we can't be bothered with scale. We'll insert, and in fact we'll record all the future things. So for those 9 frames he does his point. Now, luckily, or possibly annoyingly later, but for now, luckily, he's already in a point of view. Oh, and the camera's totally wrong. We don't want to record the camera. We want the camera to be over here, maybe. Now we're on record, and when we go, There, we want his head to turn to face the camera. The pointing arm. Is that the pointing arm? No. Pointing arm. To have pointing. Towards the camera. Quick shan. An imaginary glass. We'll imagine the point is pointing while holding the glass somehow, because it's just a test. Can't be bothered to do more than that. Insert there. For everything, insert there. Why not? Quick shandy. Down in one. So it's quick shandy. Down in. By the time you said down in, the thing's his face. Then that arm was moved to oh, I'm annoyed at the way this keeps locking up while I'm trying to do stuff. That can be very annoying if it keeps doing that while I'm recording. Just as I'm recording, you may lose me. Elbow. And that's where we want to freeze his hand and his head. Because now there, that's the sort of thing. It's far enough. And the end frame is like frame 80, so we'll go there.
Shandy, down in one. Quick, Shandy, down in one.
Interestingly, because of the lip sync not having at the end where he says down in one, we need to manually change some of the lip syncing. I suppose the O shape is the one that's most like drinking. So out there, we insert. There we turn up full. And that's it, really, because it doesn't really matter. We're ready to do our first animation render, I reckon. What does that involve? Set file name. Put it down in one. Since that's the first line of the movie. Actually, it isn't. It's the first line from Junkman in the movie. Shouldn't one of these say encoding? Huh. Output. Page 264, then we get encoding. There we go. Include the MP3. We're going to render an animation now. Nice. So, the very first of the Junkmans has been take a few minutes, and I'm going to go and get a drink. looking all right, basically, isn't it? There's nothing obviously wrong with any of this so far. He's looking quite muscly there. That looks quite impressive. Accidentally, all the most impressive things look impressive accidentally. It's finished.
Quick Shandy, down in one. 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 Quick Shandy, down in one.
I would call that a successful test. I don't know about you. So that's as much as we're doing today, I think. The next task will be to build Junkman himself from that generic character. It may well involve realizing all the mistakes we've made about that general character and going back and editing them in the general character and then re-editing them in Junkman. Animation consists of mostly noticing your mistakes and going back and fixing them. But otherwise, I think we're good. Cool. I might watch some cartoons and go to bed.